Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the weekly reading for every zodiac sign. I will go from Aries all the way through to Pisces. I will also leave the timestamps in the description box below for you. If you like the way that I read, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel because we do this every single week. Let's jump right in with Aries. Let's see what's going on for Aries for the week of the 12th through the 18th. Aries, we have Hallowed Heart, Veneration, Sensuality, Gentleness, and Nakedness. So definitely star card energy here. Being fully open, possibly with another person, but there's definitely a sense of vulnerability, being naked, right? Showing every single part of yourself to the world, to one person, to your job, to your friends, to your family, whoever. It's definitely like this full expression that I'm feeling with these. Let's see. You also have air, full expression. There it is. Full expression, air element. Yeah. So the vulnerability is more tied to the way that you think and the way that you speak and the way that you communicate, the way that you listen, right? The way that you interact with other people. It's like, this is my brain. These are my thoughts. Hear me roar, you know? That's what I'm feeling. So let's see what the tarot comes up with and how that affects you specifically. Hierophant, your wisdom. Eight of Cups, Queen of Wands, there you are. Two of Cups, see, relationships. This is really more about relationships than anything. Four of Cups, and a lot of emotion. Chariot on the bottom. With the Ace of Swords. Or Chariot on the bottom, excuse me, the Ace of Swords on the bottom with the Chariot coming out last. That's interesting that I wanted to say it that way. So you are following your heart in something, right, Aries? This week you're telling someone, like, this is the direction that I want to go. This is what emotionally fulfills me. What I'm leaving behind is empty. It's drained. It no longer serves its purpose. I don't feel motivated anymore. It doesn't excite me. I'm bored with it. It's like almost like this knowing deep within that, like, you've fallen asleep. And that's why this card is coming up here. It doesn't excite you anymore, specifically mentally and emotionally. It doesn't excite you mentally and emotionally. And you're letting someone close to you know that. Now, I'm not saying that the relationship itself is what doesn't excite you. If it is about one specific relationship, it could be that the mental stimulation isn't there anymore, or there's a problem in the communication, right? And you're letting the other person know, like, we need to go in a different direction because this isn't working anymore. It's a very wise choice wherever this is. But I do feel like it's more about putting some kind of grand idea, this big idea, this spark that you have into reality. Like you're cementing it this week. Like you're saying, this is real. I want to do this. I'm going to start taking action towards this. I'm going to start taking realistic steps towards what I want to do. All right, let's clarify. Hierophant. What is this wisdom about for Aries? The wounded warrior right there. And that's why you feel so vulnerable. That's why you feel so naked. You're learning to be gentle with yourself. You're learning, like, hey, you know what? Sometimes life sucks and I get hurt, but that's okay. It's not going to stop me from moving forward. You're sharing that wisdom with others. Now, there's also like this faith too that's coming through. This week you're feeling like you have faith. Even though you've been hurt in the past, you're not going to be hurt any longer. It's you're not letting past pain affect your current decisions. Eight of Cups, Four of Pentacles. You're letting go of something that you've held on so tightly. You're letting go this week. You're letting go. You're letting your heart out. You're spilling your guts. You know, you're spilling your beans. You're saying what you need to say. You're saying everything that's on your mind. Queen of Wands, Six of Wands. If you stay authentic, if you stay true to yourself, if you follow what you want to follow, if you do what you want to do, if you say what you want to say, it's almost like there's victory there. Two of Cups, Queen of Swords. There's a very good relationship where the communication is good, right? Use that relationship. Now, there's also the need to make a decision based on a relationship. Whatever it is, there's clarity, okay? As long as there's clarity, again, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think, right? Four of Cups, High Priestess, not being silent anymore, Aries. This is not a week to be silent. This is not a week to hold mystery. This is not a week to not shine and show yourself, okay? This is a week to prove to everyone and to show everyone who you really are. Chariot. 7 of Swords. You're not avoiding anything anymore. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing this week for you. Things are really changing. Your mind has changed. Your mentality has changed. Your perspective has changed. There's something here where you're finally honoring how you really truly think and how you really truly feel, and you're letting everyone know, which is very, very powerful. I hope that helped, Aries. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next week. All right, Taurus, let's see what's going on for you for the week of the 12th through the 18th. What's going on for Taurus? Oh, right there. Closing circle. Pure intent, sacred doors, timing, and experience. You're coming from a place of pure intention, right? You are quieting something out. You are shutting something out. You are closing it out. You're not slamming the door, right? You're closing it so softly and quietly that it's almost like no one else is going to know. So you're doing something because you feel like it's the right time, but you might not be telling everybody about it, or you're not making waves with it. It's special to you. It's important to you, but it might not be important to everybody else, if this is making sense. I'm not going to take that. Aries just got that, but yeah, air. That makes sense because you feel like it's the right idea right now. Transformation. Okay. Quiet moves. Quiet but strong, powerful moves. That's what you're doing this week. You're transforming into a better version of yourself because you know it's the right time. And you're closing a chapter out. And the fact that... Oh, there it is. The fact that it has taught you a lot, it's almost like, oh, I'm grateful that it gave me experience, but I know that, like, that's it. There's nothing else that it needs to give me. It's being grateful for the experience, and that's it. And moving on. The Sun, 2 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 2 of Wands, 4 of Wands, Queen of Cups, 7 of Cups. So Cups and Wands. Okay. I think at this point, yeah, it's like it's emotionally, you've been ignoring something emotionally, but you're shining a light on it. You're happy this week. Something is making you very, very happy. You realize there was an option, but you thought like you couldn't choose that option. You're choosing something this week. You're making a choice. And this choice is so emotionally fulfilling. You have reviewed it before, and it's definitely got to do with like your life as a whole. It's the big picture. It's the general outlook on your life or the general path of your life. It's affecting that, all right? It's kind of affecting everything. It's not about one specific thing. It could be a relationship, a decision about a relationship, but I think it's more about the relationship with your health, with your well-being, with your energy. You're closing the door quietly, right? On something because it sucked the energy out, and you want to be more energized, you want to be more happy, you want to be more stable, you want to be more grounded, you want to be more emotionally fulfilled. Yeah, this is like the timing is perfect. Like the timing is now. The choice wasn't there, or the choice was too hard before, or it's like it was just for some reason it was unattainable in the past, and now the choice is ready to be made. The Sun, the Tower. Okay. It's almost like it came because if the timing is perfect, it's almost like it came at a weird time this week or unexpectedly. Suddenly. Or maybe to other people it seems sudden, but you've been making moves this whole time. 2 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. There's a very good chance that if it's about one relationship, it's a relationship where there's effort on both sides. Or it could be about you putting effort into a relationship or putting someone else is putting effort into the relationship. It could be that this is about a new job and you're learning a new trade, a new skill. And it has to do with interacting with people. 4 Cups. Temperance. Whatever it is, you feel healed, dude. There's a lot of messages here about feeling healed, feeling grounded, feeling balanced, feeling like this is the right decision. You're not questioning the decision at all. 10 of Cups, because you know that it's going to make you fully happy. Again, this is about a long-term thing. This is about the future. This is about you reviewing your life and it affecting your life in general, the big picture. Okay? I don't want that. Let's get a card for... There it is. That's the one. Knight of Swords. Interesting. So that's not the same as the Queen of Swords that I pulled out originally. And it felt like it was wrong because it's almost like you're going full speed ahead. You're not rushing. You are thinking clearly. And the decision is clear. And you're going full speed ahead now. Queen of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Look, I love that you have both Knights. This is slow and steady. That's full speed ahead. So you're balancing both of those things out with Temperance. Bottom of the deck, Four of Wands again. All right, so the fact that I have that twice, if it's about a relationship, this could be marriage, commitment, union. You live with this person, you have a family with this person. There's definitely love there. Or it's about your home life, your living situation, which again, both of those things would obviously affect your life in general as a whole, right? And as a big picture. There's a celebration to be had here. All right, Taurus, there's something big to celebrate this week. And it came at the right time. It's a huge celebration, something that makes you so happy. And it seems like this massive transformation in your life. Wow, I love that. I hope that helped. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading for the 12th to the 18th. Let's see what messages we have for Gemini. There it is. Salamander. The Ouroboros, creative work, infinite wisdom, and alchemy. So there's a door opening up for you this week. An opportunity. You're seizing it. And I'm taking that literally, the creative work part. It's a part of your creativity. It's your creative work, whatever that is for you, okay? That can mean so many things to so many different people. And the fact that it's Salamander, it almost feels like it was lost. Look, you've got truth coming up with it. It was lost to you. It was like a part of you. You lost it, and now you're growing it back, like a salamander grows its tail back. Salamander is your spirit animal. Look that up. Look up the meaning of salamander. And it is an alchemical process because it's almost like you're regrowing lost parts of yourself, and you're seeing the truth. Whoa! All right, this is a powerful week for you, Gemini. What is this truth about? Hello. So the Death card wanted to fly out. In the upwards and in the reverse. In the upwards and in the reverse. Eight of Pentacles. Empress. There's your creativity. I said that. Very creative. You're a very creative person. Six of Swords. King of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. Eight of Wands. Okay. The truth is definitely coming out this week. Your truth, right? You're putting effort into a very creative part. Look at, it's no coincidence also that this Eight of Pentacles in this deck is art. You are letting your art shine. All right? Your dream. You're trying to make your dream a reality. The truth is in the death, though. That's where the truth lies. I'm going to clarify that in a minute. But things are definitely moving. Things are picking up speed this week. It's going to be, this is one of those weeks that feels like it flies by. And there's abundance in this creative wisdom. Whatever this is, this creative work that you're doing. There's huge abundance there. It's going to make you feel like the richest person in the world. All right? Emotionally, mentally, maybe even literally financially, like it feels like for you, whatever you feel comfortable with. There is a solid outcome here. But I want to see what this Death card is about for Gemini. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, so no more contemplation, no more sitting on the sidelines. Because I think up until this point, you've stepped up to the threshold, but you never walked through the threshold. You never walked through the door. Again, Ouroboros. Second time around, maybe? A lot of contemplation. But the contemplation has ceased. That's what's dying. No more contemplation. No more questioning. Is it worth it? Is it not? Is there more pros than there are cons? What about this? What about that? It's like you're not thinking about it anymore. You're not making a pros and cons list anymore. That's what's ending this week. 8 of Pentacles. 6 of Wands. Whatever this creative work is, this skill, this talent of yours brings success. Empress. Clarified by the Empress. I just looked up last week the actual chances of that happening, and it's like 1 in almost 7,000 or something, like 6,000 something, 6,700 something of 2 cards from 2 different decks being the same card. All right, so there's no coincidence there. Your creativity. I know I'm saying it as a million. The 7 of Cups again. 6 of Swords with the 7 of Cups. Push that dream forward, okay? No more illusion. The illusion is like you've been, judgment. It's your purpose. It's meaning, okay? There's meaning here. It feels like a purpose. It feels like this is your path. It feels like this is the right thing to do right now. It's affecting many, many lifetimes almost. 7 of Cups, 2 of Wands. Again, no more sitting on that threshold. Literally, this is probably a really fast reading, Gemini, but I don't care. The message is clear, all right? There's richness there. There's abundance there. You're good at it. Whatever it is, like it's natural to you. It's a natural skill. Make sure that you use that this week. I hope that helped. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly reading, 12th through the 18th. Let's see what's going on for you, Cancerians. That's the one. Mirror magic. Lunar light, past lives, spectrum, and self-care. So things are being reflected onto you. All right, so I want to say with the word spectrum, it almost feels like you're going on extremes. That sounds like a great word for the week, right? Extremes on the spectrum. And it is only there so that you can shine a light on it. It could be connected to karmic, past lives. It's whatever you believe in, though. But it is definitely self-care. You're looking at the mirror and you're really analyzing things. And not in a negative way. It's almost like you're really facing that man in the mirror for your own healing. For your own good. For your own mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, physical health maybe, right? Let's see. Home. Wow. So maybe these okay, first of all, it is a week of self-care, okay? It's a week of self-care. So making sure you feel at home, you feel comforted, you feel grounded, you feel safe, you feel secure. But there's also literally like you changing things in your home to match the new sense of self, the new reflection that you see in the mirror. It could be something so simple, right? It could be like you had your kitchen table facing the wall and now you moved it to the center of the room and you feel much better eating there. You know, it's weird, right? Like things are weird when it comes to making your home more comfortable. It's making your little cozy den, Cancer. And home is so important to you, right? As a Cancerian, you want to feel that. You want to feel that comfort. Wow. Exciting changes. Yeah. Very exciting changes. Very exciting changes. These could be making new financial decisions tied to home. Like renovation or just buying new stuff or... Yeah, there's a huge change. Huge change this week that you're very, very happy about. It's a dream come true. All right. It's very satisfying. Peace. You've made peace. I don't know if it's specifically past lives, but this feels more like you've made peace with past versions of yourself. All right. Shadow versions of yourself, and it's self-care within that. Maybe that's why it's extremes. Like it's like you're accessing those extreme parts of yourself that used to be there. You feel more at home. You feel more at peace this week. You feel like a little kid again. Like you're very excited about life. You're very excited about some new adventure that you're setting off on. You no longer feel depressed, honestly. 10 of Swords. You no longer feel down on yourself. You no longer feel drained. You no longer feel mentally exhausted, okay? Let's clarify this, Fool. There could be some good news. For me, the Six of Pentacles, I take that as a very little card. All right, so there could, because there's a lot of good cards on the table, there could be some good news about a loan or some kind of purchase, maybe a new raise at work. The moon, that's so many cards about the moon too. So, and you're ruled by the moon, Cancer, right? Yeah, you're chasing a dream. You're chasing a dream. Wheel of Fortune, Three of Swords. There's no more pain. There's no more disappointment. Things are turning around for you. Ten of Swords again. You're happy that it's over. Some painful experience is over. Some really deep past pain is over. You've taken care of it. I almost want to say like you're growing up. Ace of Cups. There's a lot of negative cards that want to come up, but I'm feeling like no, you know, like Six of Swords, Page of Swords. You're clearing the air on it. You're moving on. You're packing your bags. You're saying goodbye. You're saying, I want better, bigger, better things. And you're feeling like you deserve bigger, better things. Ten of Swords in your life. Nine of Cups again. Yeah, there's holy shit. Okay, sorry. I get so excited when this happens. First, Ten of Swords was clarified by the Nine of Cups here in that deck. The Nine of Cups in this deck was clarified by the Ten of Swords here. So the same cards being clarified by each other, what are the chances of that? I didn't look that up. I know what the chances are for one card from each deck. That's the same card. But that's just crazy. So there is emotional satisfaction, right? From being done with being done. Like being done with being in pain. It's like, yeah, you're picking yourself up, you know? It's like when you get out of a slump, a funk, and you finally get out of bed and you take a shower, you take care of yourself, you clean the house or whatever it is that you need to do, right? And you start to feel better slowly but surely. It's bound to happen again. We're human beings. We're going to go back down again. But at least for now, you feel better. You feel better this week. Seven of Cups. You feel more at home. Seven of Cups clarified by the Seven of Cups. Okay. Daydream a little, Cancer. Right? There's almost like the message here of like, it's okay to daydream. There's nothing wrong with daydreaming. There's nothing wrong with thinking big. There's nothing wrong with setting your sights high, right? Shooting for the moon. You're going to get there, is what the cards are saying. I hope this helped. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Hello, Leo. Welcome to your weekly reading for the 12th through the 18th. Let's see what's going on for Leo. Belladonna visions. Caution, guidance, clarity, and stand firm. So don't waver. That's the message for the week. Don't let yourself be pushed to the side. All right? Do not give up. Stand your ground on some situation. Okay? And be cautious. Not overly cautious, right? Not like paranoid, but just be cautious this week. Make sure that you're reading everything, fine-tuning what you need to fine-tune, not leaving any stone unturned. Fire, that's your element. So creation and action. So when it comes to anything that you're trying to create this week or any action, big action that you're trying to take, make sure you're clear on it. Make sure you're standing firm. Do not back down. Leo, there's a huge energy here of like, you know, kind of like when you can sense something in your hand, your hair stands up on the back of your neck kind of a thing. Like, that's what I'm feeling. Ooh, Emperor in reverse. Yeah. Just only... two aces. Only reciprocal relationships this week. If someone's not willing to give 100% like you are, you're not going to work with them. Don't even bother. This is about control. This is about a power struggle. This is almost like one of those, 2000 sitcom situations where it turns really sour for the week, like this week's episode just in. Leo is dealing with a really bad coworker and they're trying to take credit for what Leo's doing. Like, that's what this feels like. There's fire for sure. Oh yeah, there's fire, and Leo is about to roar. Yeah, this feels like a fight waiting to happen. Don't budge. You are right, Okay, that's basically what the cards are saying. You have the right, literally, the right idea, the real idea. You have the good idea, the stable idea, the realistic idea, the practical idea. All right? These are your real thoughts. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. You're carrying this. This could be starting a new job and having a really shitty boss and being like, okay, well, this sucks, but you're not going to bully me around. Don't get bullied. Don't get bullied is what the cards are saying. By something or someone. It could be a thing. It doesn't have to be a job. You can be bullied by, look at this, 2 of Swords in reverse. You could get bullied by a thing, for sure. Addiction would be an example, right? 9 of Wands, High Priestess, yeah. 9 of Wands, clarifying the Tower. Ooh, yeah, it's almost like, oh, that hurt. You know, it's almost like that really sucked. I was not expecting that. And it really ramps you up. You're no longer refusing to see that the power of authority have shifted. Do you get what I'm saying? I hope this is resonating for someone because this, yeah, 5 of Swords. There's a bully. There's a bully. There's an asshole, Leo. There's an asshole in your life. 3 aces. Wow. That means there's a new beginning at least there. If you stand firm, if you maintain clarity, okay? If you use caution, there are 3 new beginnings on the table. All wrapped up into one. Yeah, do you see how she's got her back turned to this bullshit? Right? She's not looking at that bullshit. Because she's got that. That's you. That's you with your wand. Yeah, you guys go fight over that, right? It's like, yeah, you feel the way that you feel. That hurt, but I'm not going to let you trigger me. I'm not going to let you bully me. I'm not going to let you push me around. The Sun. Yep. I'm going to maintain clarity. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to stay abundant. I'm going to stay healthy. Queen of Swords. There's a tough person, dude. There's definitely a tough person who's just a bully about the way that they communicate. They want to just push their agenda, push their ideas, push their opinion, and they feel like they're always right. And they'll do anything, and I mean anything, to win. They will stop at nothing. They will hurt other people. They have a sharp tongue. They have nasty things to say. They're probably a gossip. Okay? This person is trying to take you down. And Leo, you're being asked to put that wall up. Protect yourself. Hope this helped. Thank you for tuning in. See you in the next one. Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading for the 12th through the 18th. Let's see what's going on for you, Virgo. We have Sylphs. Peace, agent of change, impact, and importance. So some kind of important, powerful change. You are the agent of change, though. That's what these cards are saying, right? You are the agent of change. So it's up to you. I'm already feeling that. Like, you can do whatever you want this week, but it's up to you if you want to have some kind of powerful impact on your life. You are the leader of your life. You are the storyteller, the writer. The world is a blank canvas kind of a thing, and you are the one that's carrying those paintbrushes. Courage. That's why you have to have the courage. You have to have the bravery to do it. You have to be courageous enough to step forward and say, I'm going for it. Or I'm not going for it. Sometimes it's about being courageous or brave enough to say nope. Right? So it's either a yes or a no, but you know what that's about. Let's see. See what the tarot has to say. It's very impactful to the point where what's wow, oh, look at what fell on the ground. It's impacting your peace is what I was trying to say. But look, death fell on the ground in reverse. Okay? Empress. 8 of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. 9 of Pentacles. And then the 2 of Wands. You have to be courageous enough, I think, to stand up to, like, society. Like, this feels like almost a, well, let's use, like, an example, right? Like, oh, you're a stay-at-home mom, and everyone expects you to stay at home because you only have a toddler, but, like, what you really want to do is start your own business, or you want to go to college, or you want to better your life in some way, right? And better your family's life in some way, but everyone just expects you to be a stay-at-home mom. Does that make sense? That's what this is about. It's a very creative thing, whatever it is. It's interesting that I even used that and it just clicked to me that the Empress is on the table, which is the mother archetype. You need to mother. You need to love. You need to bring life to some kind of creative pursuit. All right? There's a talent, there's a skill, there's a hobby here, maybe a new job. Stop holding back. I think this week you at least start to look at it, you start to review it. But I'm not sure if you take the step forward this week. I just think you're starting to realize that you do need the courage. I think that you're still on that threshold. You're still in that doorway. You want to step through that doorway, but you can't. But there are things, there's some really important and significant, that's the importance right there. There are significant conversations that you're going to have this week. Yeah, there are definitely significant conversations. Now you have the mother and the father twice. So this could be like you and your partner together. If you have a family, again, I'm bringing that up as an example, but you're partnering you with someone who's got similar. Oh, this is not the king. This is the knight. That's interesting. I thought it was the king. So, well, I'm still going to take that, okay? You're partnering with someone who's got kind of like the same mindset or the same idea, the same whatever. Death in reverse, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. You're scared. And you feel alone. You feel isolated. You feel like there's no one to help you, but there are people that are going to help you. Wow. Virgo, why are you so sad? Honestly, I wasn't. Oh, shit. You've had to say goodbye to some people. You have had to cut people out. That's what makes you sad. That's what makes you feel a little bit alone. Impactful relationships, yeah. There's almost like this freedom though. This freedom to not suffer in silence for that. Yeah, so it's been a major cycle. And this major cycle is coming to an end, and I think you're starting to see that. 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. There it is. It's done. Yeah, that major cycle is done. You can get back to work, you know? You can pick yourself back up. You're back on the wagon. Get back to work is what this 8 of Pentacles is saying. Yeah, you're not ignoring it anymore. You're not ignoring it anymore. You're also not forcing connection. You're not forcing love. You're not forcing things that have an impact on your life. You're prioritizing. That's what you're doing. You're prioritizing. Knight of Pentacles, the Hermit. Yeah, it's been definitely a road to self-discovery. It's been a road to self-healing. You are on a path alone, though. This does feel like needing to take a path by yourself. There's celebration there. To finally move forward. From the Devil? Yeah, okay. You're the first card, or excuse me, the first person so far that's gotten the Devil card, so you're moving forward away from all the toxic bullshit. I love that for you, Virgo. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Hello, Libra. Welcome to your weekly reading for the 12th through the 18th. Let's see what's in store for you. Libra, not that one. Let's see, Libra. There it is. Ocean's Muse. Water's wisdom, intuition, Hermit's light, and discovery. So, Libra, you're on a path of self-discovery. Self-realization, self-care, knowing what you want, how you're going to get there, who you are deep within. And using your intuition this week is very, very important. Okay? Don't ignore the gut. Don't ignore what your intuition is telling you. Maybe it's not in your gut, right? Your intuition can come from your third eye knowledge. If you've got a tarot deck, use the Hermit card because that's your card for the week. You're like an open book to yourself this week. Does that make sense? Also, wow, look at that. Both of those cards are 34. So look up the spiritual significance of the number 34 because that reduces to a 7. Neptunian number. Definitely an intuitive number. So that makes sense. What are you discovering? Water's wisdom. So is it about depth of emotion? 3 of Wands. You're discovering some future plan, some future desire, some future dream. Jeez. Libra. Death again. Death keeps coming up for everybody. It's a week of transformation for a lot of people. Judgment, but look at that. Okay. And the Five of Swords. Bottom of the deck. Seven of Wands. I'm going to leave it in the reverse. I don't know when that came up in the reverse. I just love how tarot decks do that. But I'm going to leave it. So, that's because you're conquering it. You're conquering it. You're conquering... You're conquering the past. You're conquering the old. So you can have more meaning, more purpose in the future. Does that make sense? You feel more sensual, more grounded, more safe, more secure about yourself. You feel like you can do more. You feel like you're more action-oriented this week. You feel like you are more motivated. You feel like you can make some real moves. Again, it's some future goal that you've got, okay? Let's get more about that. What's this future goal for Libra? The world? Wow. A sense of belonging somewhere where you feel like it's your right place. You feel very authentic in whatever this future decision is about. It feels like it's the real version of you. Like you can show up in the world. It feels like it's your place in the world. So this could be a job, a career path, a passion. Nine of Cups, Seven of Swords. There's also the Hermit's light that's shining down on a decision to escape something, to leave something behind. Doesn't even have to be loudly, excuse me. And that's how you conquer it. Sometimes the best way to conquer a fight is to run, right? Is to save yourself. Is to not even... It's like knowing that fight is too much for you right now. It's the boss is too strong, just turning around and walking the other way. Queen of Pentacles. Page of Cups. Forgiveness. I don't know why, but that's coming through right now. Forgiveness. To yourself, because it's the Hermit. Death. Three of Wands again. So this could be like the restructuring of a future plan. You tried something. You thought that's what you wanted. You're like, oh, shoot. I don't want that anymore. I know that's what I envisioned. I know that's what I planned for the last 5 to 10 years, but I don't think I want that anymore. And it's accepting that it's okay to change your mind. Judgment. Yeah, this sudden understanding. Dude, there's a... this could be tied to family for some people, but you've changed, Libra. You've changed, and so your dreams have changed. Your desires have changed. Your plan for the future has changed. Guess what? You're human. That's okay. The Devil with the Five of Swords. There's almost like someone here who's just trying to dim your light or something. Yeah, they're like trying to quickly come in and oh, look at the Temperance. So Temperance is the healer for the Devil. This energy is trying to come in and like ruin it. Be a party pooper. Don't let that party pooper energy in. You are 100% going to conquer this. You're going to face this in your own way. And if facing it means to just leave it, that's okay too. There's nothing wrong, because it's not you giving up. It's you being smart, right? You being practical, you being realistic, you being like, that's not going to work anymore. You're learning something new, okay? This week you're gaining new knowledge, new information, important information, and you're like, okay, well, that's not going to be that anymore. All right, I hope this helped, Libra. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Hello, Scorpio. How are you? Welcome to your weekly reading. This is for the 12th through the 18th. Let's see what the Scorpios need to know for the week. Florida water. Natural form, enchanted potion, red roses, and cleansing. So those are literal things that you can use. I feel like maybe buy yourself a rose. So this is very specific. All right, this is the guidance that I'm getting. Get a rose, dry the rose, and then hang up the rose. Red or white, not black. So if it's red or white, that means something's not ending, right? But then there's a message here of needing to clear your space, needing to clean up some stuff so that you can get to that natural form of yours, because something is unnatural. Interesting. What is unnatural? One of these things is not like the other kind of situation. You're trying to fit something in your agenda, in your schedule, in your life, and it's like it doesn't fit. You can't force that, Scorpio. Let's see. Magic. Oh, okay. Really, that's the second time of actual magic. Maybe you are a practitioner. Um, Maybe magic for you is just burning a candle, doing some candle magic, whatever. But then there's also the message here to believe in magic. Okay, believe in magic. Are you? It's such a silly thing for me to say, but are you enchanted by something? Like, has something got a hold of on you? Like, kind of like a like a hocus pocus situation. Two of Wands. Five of Wands. That's a struggle. Eight of Swords. Seven of Swords. Knight of Wands. The Sun. Five of Swords. Yeah, something does have a hold on you. That's drama, dude. That's a lot of drama. You need to clear out the drama. You know how sometimes a lot of bad things happen at once, or just negative people, and you start to think to yourself, am I cursed right now? Like, am I just having bad luck? Like, what's going on? It's kind of like that. You need to take a life review this week, for real, and cut the drama out of your life. Do whatever you need to do, okay? Because sometimes it's tough love, you know? Sometimes it seems like it's cold words to other people, or it's you being calculated and detached, but you're not being calculated and detached. You're just trying to cleanse your space. Six of Swords with that Two of Wands. Yeah, it's time to move forward. Time to move on with life. Time to pack your bags, and you will see, I'm looking at that, yeah. You will reach calmer waters this week, okay? Things will calm down, because it's been a lot of freaking, I know I keep using that word, but it's been a lot of drama. It's been a lot of fighting, a lot of conflict. The Star. There is hope, so I like that. And there's Justice. The Star and Justice. Are you kidding me? Yeah, here's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Do what you gotta do, even if it's like, because sometimes we cut people off and they're like, oh my God, they ghosted me. Well, look at how you acted, you know? Or if we get ghosted, sometimes we gotta be, you know, self-reflective and be like, oh, were we the bad guy? Were we in the wrong here? The point is, justice is coming around, okay? Justice will be served. Justice will be served. Seven of Swords. Especially if someone's trying to play you, or someone's trying to avoid contact, or just trying to escape you, trying to like get away with something. Ooh. You're going to free yourself. That's clear. You saw whatever you've been. I just heard entrapment. Okay, whatever you have been trapped in, you're freed. The Sun, the Hangman. Are you kidding me? Yeah, no more entrapment. No more feeling stuck. No more feeling stale. No more feeling like nothing is moving forward. No more feeling like you're at a stalemate. You're at a crossroads. That's it. It's over this week. Things are going to move forward. Things are finally clearing up. Things are finally steadying out. And your justice will be served, okay? Just keep that in mind. Don't forget that sometimes it's just let things happen, right? Just let things play out. We don't always know everything. We want to know everything. We think that we know everything, but we don't know everything. Ever. At any point in time do we know everything. That'd be crazy, right? So there are things kind of happening in the background. So have faith. Have hope. Stay optimistic with that Star card. It's asking you, yes, you're going to have to take a vulnerable position, but from this vulnerability, you will gain hope. You will see that everything will work out just fine. Nothing is as messed up as it might seem to be. You're not as stuck as you feel to be, okay? Things are about to cleanse. Things are about to be healed. Things are about to be fixed, mended, so that you can get out of this hibernation, whatever it is. This you're frozen. You're like frozen in time, and it's finally moving forward. It's like it's the right time. You've been having to really balance a lot. You've been having to juggle a lot of stuff together at the same time, but no more juggling. Okay, that's what the cards are saying. I hope this helps, Scorpio. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for the 12th through the 18th. Let's see what's going on for this Sagittarians watching. Holy crap. That was a lot of cards. I'm only going to take this one because that's what feels. Hold on. Wow. Okay. This is the one I'm going to take. All right. Because this is what felt like the strongest. Hexbreaker, sound healing, final goodbye, and release. Songbirds. So pay attention to the birds this week. 11. Number being 11 there. I'm not going to take all these, but I'll show you. Witches, wounds, remedy, magical medicine, sacred heart, or another day. Telekinesis, influence, willpower, control, and obstacles with that sword of truth of yours. Voodoo roots, respect, survival, liberation, and freedom. This is definitely familial or generational. And then you have the Burning Man, collective power, supreme prayer, 3 of Cups, celebration. This is finding that connection to spirit, God, universe, whatever you believe in. Because, Sag, wow, what a week this is going to be. Okay? What a week this is going to be. You are breaking some hex, okay? So you're breaking some curse, or what has felt like a curse, what has felt like a disadvantage, what has felt like just a bad time and a string of bad luck. It's over. Look, guides, I'm telling you. Okay? Pay attention to your spirit guides, your angels, your star family, whatever you want to call it, whatever you believe in, pay attention, because they're sending signs, okay? And this could be just believing in yourself. In your higher self, right? Your soul, your spirit. You're being guided out of a crappy time. Let's just say it that way. 7 of Wands, yeah. A lot of drama. A lot of fighting. Lovers, okay. Page of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. The air is changing. The air is clearing. Thank God, Sag. Look at that Justice card. Things are finally turning around for you. Things are finally getting better. You learned a lot, let me tell you. You learned a lot. There was a lot of lessons there, especially around love, especially around work and love. Work and love. Yeah, everything's about work and love, right? That's very vague, but that student archetype is telling me you're still learning, but that's okay. That is okay. You're breaking the negative cycle. You're starting to fight back. You're starting to conquer some battles that you've put on the back burner. I think you're helping someone else out too, or someone's helping you out. There's definitely a symbiotic, loving relationship that's helping. 7 of Wands. You're conquering some demons together, basically, right? That's what the cards are saying. Yeah, 10 of Wands. Some overwhelming burdens. You've been carrying a lot. You've been carrying the world on the back of your shoulders. You feel heavily responsible. You feel like you got to do it all on your own. You don't. But you are breaking that cycle of having to do everything. Do you know what I mean? Hermit. Sometimes the best team you have is you. Make sense? Sometimes your best friend, your biggest supporter, is you, the man in the mirror. The Lovers, the Knight of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Queen of Swords. You're making some realistic, practical, attainable goals this week. This is goal setting. That's what this feels like. Breaking the cycle and being like, I can finally set some goals. I can finally set a plan. You're taking control back. You're taking power back of your life. I think I feel like someone is planning for something around Aries season, which is the end of March to the middle of April-ish, okay? Yeah. Page of Swords, 4 of Cups. Yeah. I think what also the hex has to do with self-love and self-care. Okay? You're taking care of yourself this week. You're loving yourself this week. You're choosing yourself this week. And it ain't selfish. Wheel of Fortune with the Queen of Pentacles. And the King of Cups. That's a lot of... Look at all these people. Didn't I tell you that last week, Sag? Didn't I tell you we're dealing with a lot of people? Anyway. Fresh start. Clean slate. Something, a breath of fresh air, okay? A new beginning. 7 of Wands again. We started with the 7 of Wands. We're ending with the 7 of Wands because whatever you're fighting, the universe sees it. All right? You're not alone. The universe sees how far you've come, how hard it's been. And you're winning. That's basically what the cards are saying. You're winning and you're heading in such a powerful direction because that direction is you guiding. You're guiding your own chariot. You are steering your life in the direction that you want it to be. You are a powerful creator of your universe this week, and you're seeing that. So don't forget that. All right? Hope this helped. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. All right, Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's see what is in store for you this week, Capricorn. Not that one. Let's get one. There it is. All right. Raising winds, magical release, calling intention, and strong hold. Okay, so I almost want to say you're raising the flag, right? You're raising the flag. You're letting your ship sail. You're sailing out on a new adventure, right? You're calling it in. You're setting the intention, and at the same time, you're releasing. What does that mean? Well, let's see. What is this about for Capricorn? New life, literally. You're carrying that ankh of life. Wow, new year, new you kind of a thing, right? You're actually sticking with it. Maybe you set some New Year's resolution and you're sticking with it. I don't know. Capricorn, the point is whole new life, whole new world, setting out. I'm telling you, it's like uncharted waters or a new prospect of your life that you have not experienced before. You have no idea what to expect, but it's exciting. I can tell you that much. And you set the intention. Moon. Maybe you literally set the intention with the full moon that we had on the 3rd. The Emperor. The Nine of Wands. The Hangman. The Ten of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles. Hold on, I want to check something. Okay, that makes sense because the new moon is on the 18th. So, yeah, that's Sunday. Set those intentions by the end of the week because you're going to be using that moon for help. Great time to set that intention. There's just a long-term plan. Okay, this has to do with your finances. For me, the Ten of Pentacles is like mortgage, 401k, savings plan, vacation plan, retirement, family life, stuff like that. Insurance. Okay, taxes, stuff like that. That's where the big change is. And you got the Six of Pentacles. So if it's anything to do with that, you're receiving financial help for it. Like you're receiving the financial backing or you've created the financial backing. Very, very powerful. The Emperor. You're creating powerful changes. You're taking back control. You're taking authority. Queen of Swords. That's very Joan of Arc for me, this Queen of Swords, right? So maybe you're speaking your truth. Maybe you're saying how it is. Now I want to see what this Hangman is about. Excuse me. That is not the Hangman, the Nine of Wands, but I said it as the Hangman, which makes me feel like that's, you're putting yourself there. Don't doubt yourself, okay? Don't doubt if you set the intention, stick with the intention. Stronghold, that's why that's there. New life. Believe in that new life, Capricorn, right? Believe in yourself. Your power, your strength, your courage, your truth. The Moon, Seven of Cups, your dream. Don't close yourself off. Don't close your heart out. Ask your heart. See the path, right? See the destination. See the new life and then feel the new life. Make a decision. Stick with it. The Emperor. I'm telling you, you're using your pain might get in the way. What did I say? Hangman, right? Hangman. I knew that was going to come up. A new plan is set in motion this week. Some stuff that you didn't... Maybe you were waiting to hear back from someone, maybe a bank. Like, let's use that example, right? And you get that phone call this week. You get that email, text message, whatever, conversation of some sort. You get the information. Because it's allowing you to either restructure or cement a current plan that you already had for your future. Again, this is big picture stuff. Ten of Pentacles for me is big picture stuff having to do with money. It could be that you finally pay off a car loan and then you're like, oh, well, now I got $600 extra bucks every month. What do I do with that? And then you set intention to, maybe you start to save it for a vacation or whatever the case is, okay? You are changing that new life. And it's all not only affecting you, it's also affecting your family. Where you have felt stuck, trapped, at a stalemate is clearing up this week. Where you have felt like you couldn't make a decision, you're now going to be making that decision. You're very clear on your truth. And I'm telling you that new moon at the end of the week, yeah, it's like you're making peace. You're making peace with a long, treacherous, hard journey so that you can have a happy home life. You've worked hard, Capricorn. You've worked hard. Don't forget that. Don't forget that hard work pays off, right? It's what a Capricornian thing to say. But yeah, hard work pays off in this situation. I hope that helped. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for the 12th through the 18th. Let's see what's in store for you. We have Vervain Everlasting, Spellbound, Soul Alignment, Release, and Protection. So soul alignment. When things come into alignment, we feel comfy, right? We feel good. We feel like everything is falling into place. The puzzle pieces are starting to fit. Things are starting to connect. Things are starting to make sense. Things are starting to feel better, right? That's this week for you, Aquarius. That's this week. Okay, you've got guides showing up. I'm not going to take it because somebody else got that. But just don't forget your team of light. I'm also not going to take this because somebody else got that. But thoughts, communication, the air clearing out. It is your element. Aquarius, please. If I could show you right now, oh my God. When the cards say, I want to show up, the cards mean it. Both of those cards just fell on the ground. You can't make this shit up. All right, fine. No? Okay. Guides and air. Guides and air. You're being guided to something that's very aligned with your soul, meaning you're being guided towards something that's, it's your purpose, right? Now, that could be your purpose right now. Your purpose right now might not be what your purpose was 10 years ago, correct? You're a human being. Your soul is ever evolving. Your wants, your desires, your dreams, the devil, okay? All of that is always changing. I don't want that. Aquarius, please. Nine of Pentacles. Four of Cups. Nine of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. So, new job maybe? Knight of Swords. King of Wands. Wow. Restrictions and limitations. I feel like that's what the devil's out for. Restricting. You have lifted a restriction in your life. So you can be more aligned with your soul. You're no longer ignoring what the hand of God is trying to give you. And that hand of God can mean anything, okay? To anyone. Whatever it means to you. I know that it's supposed to be a salamander with the King of Wands. But for me, I'm feeling scorpion. Look up the meaning of a scorpion. That's your spirit animal for the week. But, yeah, so the restriction has been backlash, has been just poison. Some kind of situation that has felt poisonous in your life, that's clearing up this week, or you're starting to make the decision to protect yourself from it, because protection is very evident in these cards, needing to protect yourself, especially mentally, needing to mentally protect yourself. What's this devil card about for Aquarius? Just your own mind. Sorry to say it. All right, your own negative thoughts, your own negative thinking, your own pessimism. Protect yourself from that. I know that's hard. It's very hard when you have to fight against yourself, right? And forgive yourself. Yeah. You're becoming more in your soul alignment because you're starting to, you're literally working on yourself. You're working on yourself. That's what the cards are saying. Four of Cups, Three of Wands, which is changing your future. Changing your outlook. It's more about your outlook, all right, than your future. With this feels more like just how you look at the world, how you look at your life, how you look at your friends, your job, your career, your passions, your relationships, your romantic relationships, how you look at the world. Nine of Wands with the Nine of Swords, Aquarius, and the devil, like, it's very evident that anxiety, negative thinking, depression, stress, you're not sleeping very well at night, something like that, okay? You are working on that. It's like you're finally burning some stuff down, right? You're getting rid of all that. Ace of Pentacles, luck is on your side. Things are turning around. There's a doorway opening up, so you no longer feel burdened and you know yourself more, because that's the key right there, right? You're becoming your own best friend. You're becoming your own best guide. That's what it is. You're becoming your own best advice. Maybe you've always given other people advice, and now you're taking your own advice. You've always given good advice. There's a lot of characters. A lot of people in your life, too. You're dealing with a lot of people in your life, and how you communicate with those people in your life, how you move forward with those people in your life, how you don't move forward or how you don't communicate, because it goes one of both ways, right? Yep. Karmic justice, karmic balance in your life, or just things finally working together. I already said it. When you start to feel more aligned with your soul, when you start to feel like, damn, things are starting to fall into place and the puzzle pieces are fitting, there's nothing like it. There's really nothing like it. It's true gratitude for life. It's true just experience of life. You're not just getting up and going through the motions and living in a mundane, mechanistic existence. You actually live. You feel like you're alive. That's your goal. I hope this helped. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly reading for the 12th through the 18th. Let's see what's going on for you, Pisces. We have the Jinn. Interesting. Wildness, enigma, service, and choices. That's you. I feel like you're breaking free of a mold, breaking free of a facade, of a fake scenario, just a fake version of yourself. You want to be more authentic. You want to be more of service, and you want to let your wild, free side out. You're tired of like playing two different roles or wearing two different masks, of like living two different lives. Let's see. Okay. Or it could be that you're stuck between a choice. Let's see what else. Oh, gratitude. Gratitude is coming up, Pisces. Why is gratitude coming up? I think you're more grateful for just everything, right? I feel like you're more grateful for your life. You're more grateful for who you are, your authentic self, the real version of yourself. You're starting to accept that version of yourself more. Let's see. There's something here. It's like more than gratitude. Oh, 7 of Wands in reverse. The Hangman. Pisces. King of Swords. Hermit. The Devil. 10 of Wands, but this chunk came out also. King of Pentacles with the 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. That's good. Just the wildness. The Devil is the wildness. It's almost like moderation, Pisces. Moderation. All right. You don't have to let everything out all at once, right? You don't have to go crazy and act impulsive. Man, there's a lot about falling down, though. You're not an enigma. There's nothing wrong with you. I want to say that first of all. There's nothing wrong with you. I don't know how else to say it. It's almost like you're being told, or you're thinking that about yourself, where you got issues. You're too much. Your baggage is too heavy to carry. There's something here like that. Those are very, very toxic, negative things to think. I can't speak anymore. You gotta drop a lot. Stop being so hard on yourself. Stop beating yourself up. You know yourself. Also, there's that message there. Don't be influenced by what other people say. You know yourself better than anyone knows you. There are a lot of parts of you that you haven't seen. You can sometimes bully yourself, though. Why are you bullying yourself? The Devil. 2 of Wands. What are you waiting on? Jeez, Pisces. All right. Gratitude is going to help you through this. making the choice to not, that's the two faces. Making the choice not to, God, I don't know how to say this without sounding annoying, because I am one of these people, so I get it. Making the choice not to be sad. I know. I'm telling you, just be happy. That's so much easier said than done. Don't focus on the negative. I think, what was I saying? I was saying this in some, I think it was the monthly reading, one of the pick-a-pile readings there, but we can become so addicted to negativity and toxicity. We can love to be miserable sometimes. Try not to feed that, and don't let others feed that version of you. You're trying to heal a dark, there's a darkness here. There's definitely a darkness, and you've been carrying it for such a long time. It's almost like you're drained, Pisces. You're drained. It's time for a new life, okay? Ace of Pentacles, a real new life. This is good luck. This is the best card in the tarot for me. For me, this is the most fortuitous, the most abundant, the luckiest card in the tarot is here, that Ace of Pentacles. Why would you throw that away? Because you have to feel like you feel like you have to be the strong, silent one. That's the problem. There's one problem. You don't. You don't have to do it all on your own. Star, more optimistic, more positive. Dream a little. Have more hope. Excuse me. It's okay to open up. It's okay to let everything in, you know? Not everything. Let just a little pieces at a time. The Hanged Man with the Two of Pentacles. You've got a lot on your plate. You're juggling a lot. Maybe it's time to prioritize. Maybe it's time to focus on some stuff that, what's that? What is this? What's going on here, Pisces? Something good. Focus on what makes you happy. If someone or something makes you happy, just let that be your guiding star. Let that be your North Star. That's your answer. That's your answer. Man, there's a lot. Yeah. If you choose, choices. Remember, that's the first thing that came out. It's about your choices. Don't go crazy. Narrow it down. Choose the path that feels the best for you. Choose the path that's the happiest for you. Choose the path that's the most successful, most abundant, most warm. Because there's a lot of coldness down here. There's a lot of dark. Look for the sun and look for the warmth, and then let that be your guiding star. I hope this helped. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.